Hello everyone. Myself Kaushal Bhagat, Executive Member of Public Relation Committee of Chemical Engineering Society (SVNIT). Today we are grateful to have with us one of our proud and prestigious alumni of our college, Mr. Anuj Sawal Sir, who is currently pursuing his PGDM at SPJIMR, and Sir has recently achieved a remarkable percentile in CAT 2022. Sir, can you please briefly introduce yourself?
All right. So, hello guys. I'm Anuj Sawal. I'm from the batch of 2021 NIT Surat, as Kaushal mentioned. A little bit about myself. I was born and brought up in Faridabad, Haryana, and I spent my entire childhood there and schooling over there. Growing up, I'd say I was kind of an above an average student academically, but I was also really passionate about sports, and that's especially basketball. So after my completing my schooling, I joined NIT Surat for my engineering. Right now, I'm pursuing MBA at SPJIMR, as Kaushal mentioned, and I've got about 2 years of work experience under my belt. And I'm excited to share that I'll be joining Bajaj Finserv in Pune this coming June. So it feels like a big step forward, and I'm really looking forward to what's next.
Okay, congratulations, sir, for this remarkable achievement, and thank you
Thank
for answering the question. Sir, can you please share your journey from SVNIT to such a renowned institute of India, SPJIMR, and what motivated you to pursue an MBA? And how did experiences at SVNIT shape your decision and preparation for CAT?
Sure. So there are multiple ways to get into SPJMR, and one of the most common routes is through CAT. So when I was at NIT Surat, I started thinking about taking CAT around my second year. Honestly, there wasn't a single, light bulb moment or, something just lit up. And I was thinking, like, I want to go and do an MBA. It was more about observing how my seniors and my alumni of NIT Surat were shaping their careers. I was going through their profiles on LinkedIn and everything like that. So their success stories got me thinking that an MBA might give me a similar opportunities to lead from the front and solve diverse business problems. So I've always been the kind of person who likes to dive deep into different challenges and learn a variety of skills. And an MBA, especially from a place like SPJMR, offers you that platform. You can work with multiple organizations, build a strong professional network, and continue to kind of reinvent yourself. So that's what really drove me to pursue this path. And I wanted to broaden my horizons, hone my leadership abilities and set myself up for tackling all those kind of business problems across various industries. So these are the things that really got me to pursue an MBA.
Yes, sir, it seems quite interesting and inspiring, your journey. So, what motivated you to take transition from core chemical engineering to a managerial role side MBA? What a point of time you realized that your interest lies in management, not in core chemical engineering?
A good question. Just putting it out there, not everyone knows this, but I
Yeah.
actually joined NIT Surat in electrical engineering specialization before
Okay.
I switched to chemical engineering after my first year. So
Okay.
my senior advised me that if I want a higher CGPA, which is crucial for CAT,
Yeah.
chemical might be a better choice because faculties are really lenient in marking.
Lenient.
So I made that switch early on. So while I aimed for a CGPA of more than 8.5, I ended up having a 8.43 CGPA, which was slightly below my target, but still like respectable. At that
Yeah.
time, I won't say I was entirely fixated on doing an MBA. I was quite actually fond of marketing and promotions and something I explored through activities here at NIT Surat. Over
Okay.
time, I thought like I started reflecting on how I could contribute meaningfully to my batchmates or to the society, and I realized I wanted a career that felt relevant and impactful. And for me, that translated into exploring management roles. The attraction of a stable and a long-lasting career also played a part in my decision.
Okay.
Yet, the real aha moment, if you say, happened at SPJMR itself. Once I arrived, I discovered the most precious aspect wasn't just the curriculum, it was the connections that I made with the like-minded individuals that you run into. You don't always know beforehand if management is your true calling. You often figure it out by diving in. As I continue exploring, I found the challenges in business and management genuinely exciting. And that's when I became certain that pursuing an MBA was as a path I would, really enjoy and grow from.
Okay, okay. It seems very interesting. Sir, one more question. What valuable lessons and experiences did you gain from your roles at Aarti Industries and Optum, and how did they influence your decision to pursue an MBA?
So after graduating from NIT Surat, I straight away joined Aarti Industries from my placements. And Aarti Industries is one of the India's leading specialty chemical companies. They recently had a change in leadership as well, and I think they are on to their way on becoming one of the most aspiring companies for chemical engineering professionals. It wasn't just about applying theory from college when I was working there. It was about working with the real people on the ground. When you
Okay.
step into a chemical plant, you quickly learn that the line workers, the operators, are the people who have been there for years and are the real experts. They might not always be following that every SOP to the letter, but they know
Mm-hmm.
exactly how to keep the process running smoothly. And from that, I learned the importance of stakeholder management and relationship building. How do you convey an idea to a lineman so he'll adopt a new procedure? So, how do you coordinate across departments like quality, mechanical, and process? So I also discovered that if you want to truly understand a business, you have to get your hands dirty, walking through the plant, going on the shop floor, drawing out PNIDs, figuring out how material flow through pipes. These are the tasks that taught me how a company truly works. And then, moving to Optum, that's a whole different ballgame now. I moved to a completely different setting, product development for a claim processing portal aimed at
Mm-hmm.
travel insurance clients from North America and Europe. Here,
Okay.
communication took center stage.
Mm-hmm.
As a software testing engineer, I had to sign off on new features, ensure everyone knew what was ready for deployment.
Mm-hmm.
Writing clear, detailed emails really became crucial at that point of time, and I spent a
Yes, sir.
lot of time perfecting that skill. The product
Mm-hmm.
manager I worked under fascinated me a lot. I loved watching
Mm-hmm.
how he synchronized multiple teams toward a common objective, and that's when I really started thinking I wanted to do what he's doing, figure around
Mm-hmm.
how products solve customer problems and lead the change. So this blend of experiences, learning operations on the ground at the industries, and then seeing product management in action in Optum, really
Mm-hmm.
pushed me closer to an MBA. I
Mm-hmm.
realized I was interested in the bigger picture, not just the technology itself, but technology,
Mm-hmm.
operations, people interact, like how people intersect and create value. So I
Mm-hmm.
started reading more about business, exploring global affairs, reflecting on how industry adapt to these shifting trends. And that's when it clicked that an MBA could
Mm-hmm.
give me the tools to shape those decisions for myself.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sir, that's really great. That's very great to listen that how did the different domains of your career help to shape your decision regarding the MBA? What are the other roles? Sir, one question is regarding the guidance for the juniors. Sir, what roadmap would you recommend for the students who are preparing for CAT? Please include the key strategies for time management and study resources and how to handle the mock tests effectively.
Okay, I want to put this out there. I firmly believe for an engineer, 3 months of dedicated prep is enough to crack CAT, provided you focus on the right strategies, of course.
Okay.
But after 3 attempts, there are
Yeah.
many things that I've learned.
Okay.
The first thing is like, start with a past paper immediately. Like the moment you sit for the CAT preparations, you write on the day one, you try in a previous year CAT exam or
Okay.
that baseline tells you exactly where you stand, which areas you need the work, you need
Mm-hmm.
the most work, and how to handle the time pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Give that exam as if it's your real exam, and
Mm-hmm.
I'll say like identify and attack your weakest sections first. It could be verbal, it could be DLR, it could be quant. Your weakest
Okay.
section can be the one that drags your overall score down on the D-Day.
Wow.
So give
Mm-hmm.
it an extra attention from the get-go. Verbal,
Okay.
so yeah, I was not really good at verbal VRC. So I really benefited from the classes by Jijo sir. Sometime like it's called the VRC 1000. So he breaks down reading comprehension in a very logical and intuitive way. So
Mm-hmm.
focus on genuinely understanding passages rather than really memorizing, random shortcuts. So
Mm-hmm.
that really helped. In the DLR prep, just practice every set after 2016. I think there were talks about like this year's CAT exam to be very easier. But
Mm-hmm.
honestly, CAT is known for surprises. So if your fundamentals are strong, you'll handle
Mm-hmm.
whatever the exam throws at you. Quant focus, most coaching centers really say that if you cover algebra, arithmetic, and geometry from, that form the core of your quant. And I believe that's largely true. Master these areas because they make up a chunk of your exam. So lastly, the mock tests are absolutely essential, but treat them as learning experiences instead
Mm-hmm.
of just scoreboard.
Mm-hmm.
Experiment with different strategies while you're giving
Mm-hmm.
those, like when which section to tackle first, how many, like you want to go with verbal or passages. So how many passages to attempt, how do you choose DLR sets,
Mm-hmm.
set the difficulty, like would I go with that or not. The point is to refine your approach and develop that calm mindset for the exam day. I've seen students do great in mocks, but lose their nerve on the D-Day. So in my own case, like I'll say, I scored only 45 marks in mock right before the actual exam in 2022. A big blow, but I kept my cool on the actual day, chose the right DLR sets, read passages really carefully, and of course, luck is there. I was able to do that and it just did fine. So keep practicing, stay confident. Remember that CAT is ultimately a test of strategy and resilience. And the people who work hard are the ones who get lucky on that day. So just keep that in mind.
So thanks a lot for guiding the students the correct pathway and sharing a glimpse of your preparation journey. Sir, moving ahead, next question is regarding your involvement in the college extracurricular activities. Sir, were you
Yeah.
actively involved in clubs or events at SVNIT? And how did these activities contribute to your MBA journey?
Okay, MBA. So yeah. So my days at NIT Surat were some of the best days of my life, I'll say. Mainly because of the clubs, events, and the sports I got involved in. Right in my first year, I managed to secure a spot in the starting five of the college basketball team, which felt amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It also gave me the chance to interact with many seniors like Bobby sir, Somnath sir, Vishesh sir, Sambhav sir, Rishabh sir. So like we are still in touch today, and I reach out to them whenever I need advice. And a fun fact, like Sambhav sir is also my senior at SPJIMR, and he has
Mm-hmm.
guided me a lot during my MBA as well. So this is the thing that you get. And in my second year, I joined the Chemical Engineering Society, CHES. This
Okay.
was my first real, foray into the event organization and initially I thought it might boost my resume if I
Yeah.
wanted to do an MBA in the marketing. But looking back, the real value was learning to work in a team, figuring
Mm-hmm.
out how to contribute something unique to the batch and gaining confidence in
Mm-hmm.
organizing things. Eventually,
Okay.
I also got a chance to help launch the NIT Surat's first Google Developer Student Club as the
Yeah,
marketing
yeah.
head. And a shout out to my friend Shadid Surij for leading that initiative. I also worked on the publicity team annual fest of Spurs in
Mm-hmm.
2018. So all these experiences taught me soft skills. You can't
Yeah.
just pick up from a YouTube tutorial that you can't just pick up from a YouTube tutorial, like, managing a team, communicating effectively, public speaking. Nobody in an interview has ever really specifically asked me, like, what did you
Mm-hmm.
do in Spurs publicity team? But those experiences still show up in
Mm-hmm.
how I interact with people and tackle problems practically. So I'd say don't chase clubs and even purely for resume points.
Mm-hmm.
Do it for the personal growth and real friendship building. Those relationships and soft skills really stick with you for your whole life.
Sir, can you please share your experience at CHES SVNIT, mentioning your committee details, which committee you were a part of?
Yeah, so coming to my experience at CHES, it was truly remarkable, and I'm so proud to see how far it has come today. Over the years, I've watched juniors take CHES to new heights, winning all sorts of events over India, even internationally, and I really want to congratulate all of you juniors. It's an incredible feeling to know that I was part of it, of its early days. For me, joining CHES was a milestone because it was my
Mhm,
first ever in-person interview that I had in my life. Seniors like Chaitanya sir, Alisha ma'am, they tested me on what I could bring to the table. And my strength was coming up with the creative ideas. So though sometimes they were very more fun to hear than, being actually practical. So, but that's how you learn through
mhm,
brainstorming, structuring events, figuring out resources,
mhm,
budgeting, and seeing how
mhm,
everything comes together. When I was there, Siphon was our flagship event. Like now, right now, I think there are many events, and we put a lot
That's
of
true.
energy into making it a success. Okay, yeah. So we managed to pull in a very sizable crowd, and
Mhm,
something I credit to my teammates like Shambhavi, Javed, Yukta, Sara, Swapnil, and many
mhm,
others. So
mhm,
in my third year, I was honored to become the publicity head. First, I was
mhm,
in the marketing team, and then I became the publicity head, and we
mhm,
worked on refining CHE's Instagram presence, revamping the website,
mhm,
and generally bringing a more digital focused approach to the
mhm,
publicity of CHES. And although I was juggling commitments from other societies, I had a reliable team of juniors who were fantastic at executing any kind of idea that we had.
mhm,
Overall, it was an amazing journey that sharpened
mhm.
my leadership and teamwork, organizational skills. And those are the qualities that still help me to get today. So, yeah.
Okay, sir. That sounds really great, sir, and a very thankful. We are very thankful to you that you provided such a strong foundation for the CHES that we are fortunate to have. Thanks a lot, sir. And sir, could you please share any memorable experiences or events from your undergraduate days at SVNIT that still reminds you of the college? Any of the events or?
Yeah, there are not like there are many events actually. There are some of my favorite moments from NIT Surat aren't exactly the kind you can talk openly in an interview, but I can say that most of the special times were those moments with friends sitting in the tapri, sitting around with my basketball teammates, hanging out with my CHS members after siphon, late night chats in the hostel. Our batch was heavily affected by COVID, if you knew,
Mhm,
like it was in the year 2020. So
mhm,
unfortunately, we missed out on a usual, grand farewell and all. I do have some regrets about not getting to do certain things because of the pandemic, but we still
mhm,
managed to make a plenty of memories. I was part of the MMNCT team in both my second and third years. And in the third year, we made it to the finals, which was so amazing. In 2018, I remember my basketball team also won the Ignis tournament, and we were the runner-ups in the Inter NIT tournament that same year. So one
mhm,
funny thing is that in the interior tournaments, I never managed to clinch a gold medal, which my friends actually, they still tease me about that. So my batchmates and I laugh about that whenever we catch up. But at the end of the day, it's all about the friendships.
mhm,
We still meet up for trips or on birthdays and talk about everything we did or didn't
mhm,
do at
mhm.
NIT Surat. Despite the challenges, Surat will always hold a special place in my heart.
Okay, okay. That sounds really great, sir, and heartiest congratulations on your achievement of your basketball team and everything. Sir,
Thank you.
okay. Sir, one question is regarding your internships. Can you please tell that how important are the research projects or the internships during the undergraduate studies, and how students can leverage them for their higher career growth?
Hmm. Research projects and internships can definitely boost your, you know, resume and even your CGPA. But
Mhm,
if they are part of the curriculum, but they're
mhm,
also crucial for building relevant experiences that you can showcase
mhm,
to potential recruiters,
mhm,
especially if the research ties into your future career goals, right? During
Mm-hmm.
my time, I worked under Jadeja sir on a project that involved creating a business case for dimethyl carbonate. Even
Mm-hmm.
though I didn't go super in depth into the technical chemistry, but it was fascinating to learn about the global DMC market,
Mm-hmm.
sustainable fuel technologies, and how additives like DMC can really play a role in cleaner energy solutions in the future. So my advice is to throw yourself into these projects wholeheartedly.
Mm-hmm.
Good work never goes unnoticed, obviously. So track the numbers and the impact that you're making through this, because those metrics become really valuable talking points in the interview, any
Mm-hmm.
kind of interview that you have in the future. So plus stay in close contact with your research guide or manager. Having a mentor who can vouch for your contribution can be a huge advantage in placements or even in graduate school applications abroad.
Mm-hmm.
Also, maintaining a good relationship with faculty is a massive plus.
Mm-hmm.
I still remember reaching out to Jadeja sir for my application for IIM Bangalore. So,
Mm-hmm.
you need a faculty to write a application for you if you want to get an admission into IIM Bangalore. So
Mm-hmm.
Jadeja still remembers me, I think, partly because of I'd keep coming back for the feedback on my resume and my MBA applications. I
Okay.
had to like I used to do that. So if you are thinking about applying overseas, you can highlight these internships or
Mm-hmm.
research experiences in your SOP as well. So right, one more thing, like pick projects that genuinely align with your interest. I'll admit I initially picked certain projects purely for the grades,
Mm-hmm.
and later I felt I could have engaged more deeply if I'd
Mm-hmm.
been more excited about the topic. So choose something that's current, very trendy, very meaningful, energizes you to dive deep into it. The more you engaged you are, the more you learn, and the better you will be able to leverage it in your future career. So that's it.
Okay. All right, sir. Last question is regarding the profiling process of a CAT examination. I have heard from multiple sources that there is a specific segment of 12th marks, your CGPA, your position of responsibilities. Can you please highlight these concerns? What actually matters in profiling?
Yeah. So profiling, yeah, obviously, like every B school, we need to be very sure about this, that every B school
Hmm.
will be scoring your profile. Like they will be making a composite score.
Okay.
So it's very much available on the public website about how
Hmm.
they used to calculate this composite score. And while 10th class and 12th class marks are really, really, really relevant in this case,
Okay.
I've seen people, scoring 99, 100 percentile even, and
Hmm.
they are still missing out on IIM ABC because their class 12th marks were really low.
The
So,
profile
these
becomes weak.
type of thing, yes, profile really becomes important in just in the case of the composite score that the B school is calculating. But for SPJ colleges like SPJIMR, they really focus on the profile.
Hmm.
So you can even get a score-based call or a profile-based score call on the basis of your CAT score, and
Hmm.
like just showcasing your personality in the interview is what really matters at the end of the day. But yes, as you asked, like profiling is really important. It becomes important which college do you belong to. So taking NIT Surat to a better ranking will also
Hmm.
be beneficial for the upcoming people who will be pursuing MBA in the future. Like having a better tier college really helps
Hmm.
out in your application as well. And yes, last but not the least is like your work experience, the kind of job that you get into after your college. It
Hmm.
it is what makes your profile actually. The work experience is very, very important because
Okay.
the work experience will get you the kind of opportunities that you seek post MBA, I'll say.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
if you are into operations, then you might
Hmm.
be, attractive to the recruiters who are in the operations kind of in, work or industry like FMCG or any kind of consulting firms who are into consulting kind of industry companies. And
Okay.
if you are like a from that aspect might see you as a attractive candidate. So this is how the profiling goes. This is how even
Oh,
the B schools kind of evaluate the person.
okay. So, I would wish to ask a hypothetical question. Uh, can you
Yeah.
imagine yourself back into the college days, and do you think that anything, if you could done in a different way, would help you to just improve your present scenario and positions, or is everything picture perfect?
No. Uh, there are many things. Looking back, I think I could have developed my coding skills. I wasted my all the 4 years in not learning how to code properly. Now I have to learn. So, like, what's the use? Like, those 4 years were the thing that I could have really sharpened my coding skills. And coding is really important for you guys in the future. Like,
Mhm.
that's a necessary skill. Even if you are a chemical engineer, you will be using it to make certain models,
Yes.
making cost optimization models for your firms
Hmm.
in even if you want to go into other fields, it just it's something that you should not take away with you. So that is something that I regret. The other
Okay.
thing is, I think I could have been in more contact with my faculty. I was the kind of student who was not really engaging in classes, but I used to score well because, everyone knows that in college you don't study. You just study one night before and then you score based on whatever you studied last night, or the kind of person who helps you, prepare for the exam next day. So I really think that I could have made a better relation with my faculties. Right now, NIT Surat, Harshit Dave sir, he is
Hmm.
actually leading this on the front that they are keeping the alumni together on
Hmm.
the WhatsApp. So that's a good initiative by the NIT Surat administration, and I hope, like, we build a strong alumni connect, and we can help our juniors get the opportunities that they want in this market right now. So that's the objective ahead. Yeah.
Okay. So thanks a lot for giving such a realistic and genuine answers. I think this would be beneficial for the audience and the viewers. And yes, that's all from my side. Thanks a lot, sir, for giving us your
Oof.
valuable time and cooperating in this session. I hope the audience will find the sessions amazing and interactive. Thank you so much.
Yeah, just anyone
Yeah,
can reach out to me on
yeah,
LinkedIn for any kind of advice on cat or any
yes.
kind of thing that you want to get advice on. So I'm always available, and just all the best for every person here watching the video and all the people who are really graduating from NIT Surat this year or in next year. All the best.
Okay, sir. Thank you. And the details of the LinkedIn ID will be shared in the description box. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.